This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Justin wants to know, who are three guys you believe could have gotten to superstar status but just couldn't get out of their own way during your run as a producer in WWE?
Oh, wow.
Maybe you don't have three, but can you name one that you thought, man, this guy's just got it. He just can't help himself. He's getting quote unquote heat on himself. And by the way, I want to mention that I don't think whatever answer you're about to give is an indictment on that talent. Wrestling is a unique and very interesting space where politics and the do's and don'ts. I mean, there's a lot of things that if you aren't familiar with it, you could accidentally find yourself with heat in a hurry. And you've even said once upon a time, you felt like you fell out of favor with Vince, and nobody could really put their finger on why. It's just a unique company and a unique political dynamic. Am I explaining that right?
Yeah, as best you can. It's, you know, what is the darling today of the company? You could wake up tomorrow morning and why is he not this? Why is he not that? You know, it changes
right
on the drop of a hat. It changes. You know, one guy that I thought, or a couple of guys, let me just put it to you this way, that I thought could have had a lot bigger future if they would have, a lot of things would have been done. Say they hadn't have been WCW guys before that. I think that hurt them.
Right.
Chuck Palumbo and Sean O'Hare.
Oh, yeah.
I think could have had much bigger future. Sean O'Hare, man, had an incredible look. As, you know, he looked like a freaking warlock and a big one. And he just had those evil eyes that you can't really, there's probably real pure evil living behind him. It's not something he's concocted. Chuck Palumbo, handsome guy, you know, very personable, an excellent worker. You know, I think if those guys would have been recruited and came through the WWE system, they would have been much, much bigger stars. Nothing they did on their own other than, you know, the untimely death, which was terrible, you know, because I like Sean O'Hare. You know, it's another tragedy of the wrestling business, I guess, or at least a guy that died too soon.
I agree.
As far as someone getting out of their way, I will say this because, you know, I'm hoping it's gotten better. You know, I think Kevin Owens, when he first got there, you know, I think should have been used right out of the get-go as a babyface, not a heel. Forget about, you know, the fact that he doesn't have a world-class body and all that stuff. I just thought once I saw that first night that he wrestled John Cena, that, man, they were soundly behind the guy. Maybe he's kind of like me. He's the everyday man. He just has got a lot more skills and a lot more high-tech skills. But, you know, there was a lot of times, you know, I told Kevin this, he was a pain in the ass arguing over trivial things, you know, that really didn't matter. It could have, okay, we could do your idea, but how about this idea? I mean, they both work kind of, but, you know, this is just easier. It just seemed like it was just easier to implement it in, and it would be a long drawn out discussion. And he and I have had this talk before. I hope he's doing better. And apparently the company, he's been there a long time. He's making a shit pot of money, I'm sure, and good for him. And it was just, as a producer, you know, you had guys that you saw your name written down beside them and you went, this is going to be a piece of cake today. Or, man, I'm in for a long day.
Well, that's a great answer. I don't know what I was expecting, but yeah, good stuff. Let's do another one here. Charlie Thrower wants to know, Mr. Anderson, why do wrestlers always work on their left, and how does that affect a southpaw talent?
It's always been done that way, and most of us never asked why. We just accepted it. It's just the way it was always done, and I would imagine it's because, say I want to get some heat on a guy's arm or his shoulder. Most guys are right-handed. I'd say 98% are right-handed, which frees up their right arm to fight you back. and to help navigate the moves. If they're going to slam you, they can scoop you with the right arm. And I think it just appeals to most right-handed guys versus left-handed guys.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.